Okay, and so for this division problem, again, the first thing I'm looking at is I'm looking at that 3x cubed and that x, and um, so to divide, I'm trying to figure out what times x is this. So we need 3x squared. Now we'll multiply 3x squared times x is 3x to the third. 3x times 1 squared times 1 is plus 3x squared. Then we'll add the opposite. And then that gives us 7x squared. Bring down the negative x. And then next, we'll repeat. So we have 7x squared. And we want to figure out what 7x squared divided by x is. So thinking again in multiplication, what times x is this? So plus 7x. So 7x times x is 7x squared. 7x times 1 is positive 7x. And then now we'll add the opposite. So make that negative, and then adding these together gives us negative 8x. And then we'll bring down the minus 9. And then what times, so now what I'm looking at is this and this. And what times x is negative 8x? Well, let's see. Minus 8. So that gives us negative 8x. And negative 8 times 1 is negative 8. And now we'll add the opposites. So this will become positive. This will become positive. That's 0. That's negative 1. And notice we're not done yet because this isn't 0, and we can't bring down anything else. And so to finish it off, we're trying to figure out what times x, what times x plus 1 is negative 1. Let's write that out. So what times x plus 1 equals negative 1? Well, let's see. It probably has to be a fraction. And we want x plus 1 at the bottom so that those will reduce, and we want negative 1 to be our answer. So notice here if we say minus 1 over x plus 1, this red times x plus 1 will equal negative 1, and then we'll add the opposite, giving us 0, and then we're done. We can check our work because this seems kind of random, right? So let's make sure that the answer we have makes sense. So basically, if we have 3x squared plus 7x minus 8 minus 1 over x plus 1 times x plus 1, that should equal 3x cubed plus 10x squared minus x minus 9. Right? So our quotient times this should equal what's inside the box. So let's work on our check here. Okay. So first, if we take the 3x squared times x plus 1, we'll basically have 3x squared times x plus 1. And then if we take the positive 7x times x plus 1, that will give us plus 7x times x plus 1. And then if we take the negative 8 times x plus 1, that will give us minus 8 times x plus 1. And then if we take the last part here, this minus 1 over x plus 1. So we have minus 1 over x plus 1 times x plus 1. Let's see what happens when we simplify this out. So 3x squared times x, we have 3x cubed plus 3x squared. plus 7x squared plus 7x minus 8x minus 8 minus 1, right? Because notice this and this reduce. Then let's combine like terms. Let's see, we have 3x cubed plus 10x squared minus x minus 9. Okay? And notice that indeed this equals this, which matches what we have in our original problem. So, based on, here's our check of our work to show that if we use multiplication to check our division problem, yeah, we did this divided by this is this.